Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome to This is Football. Welcome to another stream, ladies and gentlemen. Back for a Liverpool stream today, for a stream on my own football club, because there's a lot for us to unpack, there's a lot for us to talk about. And I'll be honest, we have had enough of a certain someone. Before we get started, shout out to every single one of you guys. Big up to all of you guys as well who has just joined us from the Footy Judge Mo stream as well. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing on your way in. Let's get to 100 likes ASAP. Every single one of you guys right now, slap the like button. Subscribe to This is Football if you're ready to do so right now. Please like and subscribe. Let's get to 100 likes ASAP. I want you guys to keep getting involved in the chat. Keep letting me know your opinions. You get me? Even the triggered Arsenal fans from the most stream, you guys are welcome here. If you want to ask any questions or whatever, get involved in the chat, Habibis. Because yesterday I get sent a message. Obviously, everyone knows I'm not on Twitter. I'm not on any social media platform. So I get a WhatsApp message. And once again, it's Luis Diaz's dad, talking about a move for Luis Diaz outside Liverpool. Now, I'm going to start by saying this. I'm just go ahead and say it. Habibi Aboud. Wash, Sheikh Al-Kubba. Islam Adek. Big up to you, AMD. I will just say this right here, right now. Big up to Luis Diaz's dad. Ti amo, Papa. I'm so happy you came back from the kidnapping situation. I'm so happy for your whole family. I'm so happy you are safe and healthy, and I'm so happy you are celebrating your son's goals. I'm so happy you're very proud of your son right now. But it's time to shut the fuck up. It's time to shut the fuck up. This is what's time to do, Papa. Close your mouth now. Enough. Every time I look at my phone, I get a message that Luis Diaz's dad has said some shit. Every single time. Your son ain't even good. Your son ain't even good, brother. What makes you think he's going to go play for all these great clubs? I don't know what kind of LeVar Ball situation we have on our hand where this guy actually thinks his son is good. Your son ain't good, brother. Your son ain't good. If it was up to me, I would sell him tomorrow. Every time I look at the internet, I see some quote about Diaz's dad talking to about some other club. You think your son is Messi? You think your son is Ronaldinho? Respectfully, if Mo Salah comes out and says, I will be looking at my future, I have no problem with that. If Virgil van Dijk comes out and says, I'll be looking at my future, I have no problem with that. If Trent Alexander-Arnold comes out and says, I'll be looking at my future, I have no problem with that. If Alisson comes out and says, I'll be looking at my future, I've got no problem with that. But Luis Diaz? You're lucky to be playing for my club to begin with. You are lucky to be playing for Liverpool Football Club to begin with. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Coming out publicly and keep talking about a move to some other club. Ya Khalib. I'd sell you tomorrow. The same guy that cost us against Manchester City literally 2 weeks ago. The biggest game of the season. He has 4 chances to put the ball in the back of the net and score a goal, and he misses every single one of them, and his dad is talking about him moving to Real Madrid and moving to Barcelona, moving to Atletico. Let me tell you something about Liverpool 2.0. Liverpool 2.0, Hussam is no longer going to do a huggy, lovey-dovey, let's all kiss and hug each other and say Liverpool is one big happy family. From now on, Liverpool 2.0, after Klopp leaves, I'm going to be ruthless. No player is bigger than the club. Simple, period, point blank, end of discussion. No player is bigger than the football club. Fact. Liverpool Football Club is 10 times bigger than Luis Diaz. To come up here and act like Luis Diaz is the serious, incredible baller who scores 30 goals a season and is tearing it apart and is, commanding a move to the Galactico Real Madrid. This guy does nothing but dribble on the football pitch. You're a spicy Jeremy Doku. That's it. That's it. That's who you are. Jeremy Doku with a bit of spice. That's it. Easily replaceable. How many wingers in the world that can dribble? Bring back Wilfred Zaha from Galatasaray. He can dribble. Every time I look at my phone, there is a notification. Diaz's dad said something. Yahi, I'm so happy you're safe. I'm so happy you're healthy. I'm happy for your family. I hope no one gets kidnapped. That's one of the worst things that could ever happen. But it's time for you to just stop speaking publicly because you're being disrespectful. Liverpool is a level above your son to begin with. So to act like you're going to sit up here and talk about Barcelona and Real Madrid and Atletico, like, your son belongs in these football clubs. Bro, Barcelona used to have Ronaldinho Gaucho. Bro, Real Madrid had Cristiano Ronaldo playing on the left. They'll see you for 3 games and they'll just realize you're just another Rafinha. Sorry, guys, I'm just a bit sick. I've had enough of it, guys, now. And I understand that it's South American players. We've already had this conversation before. South American players, they dream of playing for a Spanish club. I understand that. I've got no problem on that. Kids in South America grow up dreaming to play for Barcelona, for Real Madrid. I get that. No problem whatsoever with that. My problem is with you going public and commenting and disrespecting Liverpool Football Club. That is my problem. Why are you disrespecting Liverpool Football Club publicly and being insulting to Liverpool Football Club by saying this stuff? Liverpool are a level bigger than you anyway. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So for you to sit up here and act like, this is a level below you, it's not a level below you. This is a level above you. And by the way, for all the Liverpool fans in the chat right now, let me know if you would sell Diaz or not. I would sell Diaz happily tomorrow. Diaz is one of the most easily replaceable players in this whole team. One of the most easily replaceable players in the whole team. There is nothing, I don't know what kind of LeVar Ball situation here, but Dad needs to stop speaking to the media, number one. Stop disrespecting Liverpool in the middle of a title race. The last thing we need is extra pressure in a title race already against Man City where there's so much pressure. 50 million, I'm selling directly. Barcelona, Real Madrid, Atletico, wherever, West Ham. Sell him. That guy has been one of the most underwhelming signings alongside Cody Gakpo and stuff. It's just the same stuff. And this is why, you know what it is? Aaron can vouch for me. And all the people who have been watching me consistently can vouch for me. I don't do crap player versus crap player and sit up here and start doing agendas. Both players are not good enough. Every time. People are going to sit up here and start doing stuff like, oh, Gakpo is better than Diaz. No, Diaz is better than Gakpo. No, Gakpo is better than Diaz. You know what I say? They both stink. Doesn't matter. Couldn't care less who's marginally less dreadful than the other guy. There is no one bigger than Liverpool Football Club. No individual at Liverpool Football Club is bigger than Liverpool Football Club. And there's 5 players in this team that I will fight if they are sold. Salah, Alisson, Trent, Van Dijk, McAllister. Those 5, I will fight for them to stay at Liverpool Football Club. And obviously the newer ones, you won't expect them to leave anyway. The rest, they're all sellable for different reasons. Robertson, no longer the player he used to be. Konate, always injured. Matip, always injured. Joe Gomez, replaceable. Everyone is replaceable. Everyone is replaceable. Everyone is replaceable. Gakpo, replaceable. Diaz, replaceable. Nunez, replaceable. Jota, replaceable. I genuinely said the 5 players that I would not sell. McAllister is not world class. He isn't. But he could become a world class player. And I believe in his trajectory. So I'm going like, okay. Konate, I get it, chat. I'm with you. No problem. I don't want to sell Konate either. But I'm saying like I would fight for, you know? Because people need to understand. Luis Diaz is not that guy anyway. If Luis Diaz's dad was like Mo Salah's dad and he's coming out and saying, you know, like, oh, we'll see what happens in the future and we want to move to Barcelona and it's the dream. No problem, ya. He's Mo Salah. He's that guy. But don't come up here and say, after you have done this 2 weeks ago, you have cost the club against Manchester City, come here and say stuff like this. And it's very disrespectful given the fact that we're in the middle of a title race as well. We are in the middle of a title race. Last thing I need is his dad making comments. The Slavar ball syndrome needs to end now. I said at the beginning of the season, Diaz is buffering. He still hasn't fully downloaded and he never will. I've seen enough. Edwards will get good money for him. I agree with you, Tampa Lion. I agree with you. Bro, the thing is, for us, think about this. Yeah, let's be logical. Big up Josh, my brother in the chat, and Undertau, I see you as well. Let me just say this, Tampa Lion. Why do we sit up here and act like he's not replaceable? I could name you easily about 15 wingers right now that are better than Luis Diaz. I could name you 2 wingers on Arsenal alone better than Luis Diaz on the left. Just on the left. People, we need to stop acting like... We need to stop acting like Luis Diaz is like this unreplaceable, incredible, irreplaceable, elite football player. I'd sell Diaz tomorrow. I'd sell Diaz tomorrow, happily. And if we get some good money for him, exactly what Tampa Lion says, he's very replaceable. As a matter of fact, we actually thrive more. We thrive more with direct wingers. Even with a new manager, we need a winger that actually puts the ball in the back of the net and isn't useless. Sell him. Big up, Hussam. Hope you're feeling well. Did you watch Ryan's cooking on Troops channel? I did not, Ed. Thank you so much for the super chat, my brother. But, you know, I did not watch Ray Ray's cooking. I do not second Ray Ray bullying. You get me? If I was there, I would have defended Ray Ray because I felt like, you know, Ray Ray was a bit too bullied. But yeah, I was sick. You know, people saying, you know, like I'm acting or whatever. I wasn't not acting. Like you can hear in my voice 3 days later, I'm literally still sick. So yeah, you can ask Chloe who's on the chat. You can ask the people who speak to me off the site. So many people, just Tabang, everyone, Vel, who speaks to me off the chat. Like I was really sick, bro. It was not no made up like Hussam is acting type stuff. I couldn't make it. But yeah, alhamdulillah, road on the recovery. Big up to Ed, big up to Tampa Lion, big up to AMD for the super chats, big up to you, Abood. Make sure you guys are all slapping the like button. Make sure you guys are all subscribing to this football if you're ready to do so. Guys, let's keep getting the likes up. Let's get to 100 likes. There's 300 people in here. Let's get to 100 likes right now. ASAP. Let's get to 100 likes, guys. Come on, you bunch of Luis Diaz's on the chat. Where's your clinicalness? Hit the like button right now. Subscribe to This Is Football. Love to all my super chatters. I love you all, man. I love you all. And also, I will be back again as well at 11, inshallah, to preview the Brighton game. Yeah, big up to you, Ed. You see? Come on, man. Oh, he said Bendok is his replacement. Oh, Lord. Come on, Tampa Lion. Not even going to say anything. Is Yamal better than Diaz? Yes. I'd take Lamine Yamal right now over Luis Diaz. If I call Barcelona and tell them you can have Diaz, give me Yamal, I'm taking that. I don't know why you think that's a crazy opinion. That ain't no crazy opinion. There is absolutely nothing that Luis Diaz can do better on the pitch than Lamine Yamal. Nothing. Of course. Of course Yamal is better, brother. Anyway, big up to Barbados. Anyway, back to the situation. We are in the middle of a title race, and you know why I had to do a video about this? Because I just felt like it was very disrespectful given the timing as well. If I'm trying to win a league title, if I'm trying to win a Europa League or whatever, and I'm trying to fight on all fronts, last thing I need is Luis Diaz's dad telling me that his son wants to leave and join Barcelona. Come on, man. Come on, man. Honestly, like let's be honest about this. Let's really let's just unpeel the wrapping and let's just be completely honest about this whole situation. I've had enough, bro. I've had enough of people just disrespecting my football club. I'm gonna call it out. I'm gonna call it out. This is above your son's level to begin with. So be thankful. How much would I sell Luis Diaz for? I'll be honest with you guys. If I 60, 70 million, 50 million, I'll probably sell him. If it were up to me, 30 million and I'm selling him. 30 million and I'm selling him. You want the honesty? 30 million, I'm selling him if it were up to me. But I'm saying from a club perspective, probably we would be looking at 50, 60 million to sell the guy. But from my perspective, yeah, 30 million. 30 million, I would sell the guy tomorrow. Honestly, you guys, can we just genuinely come to an agreement? And all Liverpool fans in the chat, I want you guys to just agree with me on something. And say agree. Comment agree if you agree with the deal that I'm about to play with all of you guys in the chat. Starting this summer, can we stop having loyalties to bum players? Please. Please. Can everyone just agree with this part of the deal, guys? Can we stop doing Diaz Gakpo conversations? Can we stop doing all this like mid versus mid? Can we all agree to stop defending these mediocre, always letting us down players? Honestly. At best, Diaz is mid. Diaz is mid. Gakpo is mid. Matip is always injured. Robertson is mid. There are so many players right now that are not good. Why do we sit here and do we have to? Why should I? Okay, people come tell me, Hussam, who would you rather sell, Gakpo or Diaz? I want to sell both. I want to sell both. I am not choosing Diaz over Gakpo, and I'm not choosing Gakpo over Diaz. I'm saying both of you get out. Both of you, ma salama. Both of you, bye. Simple. Let us stop every time we sit here, we have this conversation. Oh my God, if I'm criticizing Diaz, someone will come mention Gakpo in the chat. And if I am criticizing Gakpo, someone will come mention Diaz in the chat. Yeah, I don't want both. Yeah, I do not want both. Yeah, both are not good. Both are mid. Both are not good enough for Liverpool Football Club. People need to realize something. Look at Josh, you're such a fraud. People need to realize something. On a real, our problem has actually been the reverse of selling players. Our problem has actually been being too loyal to players. Being too loyal to players has actually been our problem. If a player is not good enough, move him on. Ask Chelsea fans right now how much they love Raheem Sterling. Hint, they don't. You know why? Because he wasn't good enough for Manchester City anymore, so Pep moved him on. Simple. Who are the players that Pep Guardiola fought tooth and nail to keep? Ilkay Gundogan. Fairs. Respect Ilkay Gundogan. He could have still given more. I understand that. Riyad Mahrez, he's playing for Al Ahly in Saudi Arabia. It's not like he's playing for PSG or Real Madrid or something. Bernardo Silva. And you see exactly why he's been kept. We need to follow that standard of ruthlessness, because that was the standard of ruthlessness of Liverpool in the 80s and the 70s. If you weren't good enough, you were moved on. My problem is every time as a content creator, and I'm frustrated with some of you guys in the chat as well, why don't you guys put Liverpool Football Club first? Why do you always you're either accountants, like the people who wanted to sell Salah last season, or you're all the way around on the other side and you believe in something that's just so mediocre? That's just so mediocre. Why is Gakpo versus Diaz a question to begin with? Get rid of both, bro. I will fight for Mo Salah to stay at Liverpool. I will fight for Alisson to stay at Liverpool. I will fight for Trent to stay at Liverpool. I will fight for Virgil to stay at Liverpool. Because all these players are players who have been there, done that consistently over a period of 6-7 years. But don't come to me with Diaz, Gakpo conversations. Respectfully, tomorrow I'd get rid of them both, bro. Respectfully. Both I would sell. And Luis Diaz's dad coming out and saying this in the middle of us having a title race is the biggest middle finger and spit in the face. Spit in the face of us all. We're 2 months, basically, now, 2 months left of the season, crunch time, Klopp's last 2 months, and all that you're coming out and saying is, oh, you know, the Spanish interest in my son. Yeah, you're lucky to be wearing Liverpool red anyway. You are not on our level to begin with. At best, you are a West Ham winger. I'm just joking because Bowen is clear of you. At best, you're a Crystal Palace winger. That is your level, yach. Let us all be real here. Many of these players, by the way, I wanna do just breaking news to everyone in the chat. Many of these players post Jurgen Klopp are about to get exposed. Many of these players post Jurgen Klopp era will get exposed. So many. You will see their true levels with just a good manager or whatever. You know, hopefully it's either Alonso, Amorim, whoever, someone, a good manager who can keep Liverpool forward. But so many of these players, you're going to see the real levels, bro. Unbelievable, Jeff. The audacity to come out now and tell me that you want to move to Real Madrid or Atletico or Barcelona when I'm 2 months away from crunch time. Every single time we sit up here, and by the way, we let players violate us. We put ourselves in this position. Never let a player violate you. And if I'm Jurgen Klopp and I'm doing my preview later, I'm not even starting Diaz against Brighton out of disrespect. Just pure disrespect. Call your dad, tell him I love you, but shut the hell up. Every time I open my phone, his dad is linking him to another club. PSG, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico. Next, he's gonna come out and say Diaz dreamed to play for Man United as a kid. So he can just, you know, just shit on us all. Raise your standard as a fan. This is the thing. I was the only one on YouTube. Please, Aaron and Sal and all the OGs in the chat right now vouch. I was the only one on YouTube after the quadruple charge season who said Liverpool will be crap next year. I was the only one who said this in this entire, you see this whole YouTube red platform. I became public enemy #1 because I was the only one with standards. I said Nunez is going to be crap. I was the only one with standards, bro. Raise your standards. Raise your standards. Every time we sit up here, man, every time we sit up here and it's just like, people want to defend needy players. If a player, you see how now I added McAllister to the list. Why did I add McAllister? He was last season, Danny. Don't be shameless. Why did I add McAllister? Why did I add McAllister? Think about it. Is McAllister world class? No. Has he consistently delivered for Liverpool Football Club? No. But I see McAllister on that trajectory. That's why I show him that energy. That's why I show him that energy. Because now, if the next manager comes in and says, I want to sell Alexis McAllister, I'm slapping the new manager. Leave McAllister at said football club. I just want everyone in the chat, stop defending mid. That's it. Someone who's not good enough right now, stop defending. That's all I ask any of you in the chat. All I ask any of you in the chat. Let's stop having Diaz Gakpo conversation. Oh, which shit stinks more? Oh, I farted from the left side and I farted from the right side. Which one stinks more? They both stink. Get rid of both, yeah. Luis Diaz's dad coming out and saying this in the middle of us having a title race is the biggest middle finger. And I wish his son is good. Your son cost us 2 points against Man City 2 weeks ago. Have some shame. Have some shame and decorum. Your son literally cost us 2 weeks ago in the biggest game of the season. And now you come tell me he wants to move to Barcelona and Atletico and stuff. Love to you, Papa. Ti amo, Papa. I'm happy you're safe. But shut the hell up. Stop talking to the media. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So, McAllister is on that trajectory. So, stop defending mid. If the new manager wants to sell Diaz, sell. If the new manager wants to sell Gakpo, sell. If he wants to sell Robertson, sell. If he wants to sell any of these guys, sell, bro. Sell. Sell any of these people, bro. Just sell any of these mediocre crap players. Everyone keeps defending mid players. Stop defending mid. All of you in the chat, stop defending mid. Start defending world class. Start defending players on the verge of world class. Start defending players who has delivered consistently on a consistent period of time. Konate, I'll give you as an example. I have no problem with anyone defending Konate despite his injuries because when he plays, tank, monster, defend, no problem. Yeah, every time I look at my phone, Diaz's dad has said some shit. Come on, man. Big up to my guy, the Herbs, one says, do you think we are comparing Diaz with Mane, hence the extra pressure on him? Brother, Mane's been gone from Liverpool Football Club for the last 2 seasons. For the last 2 seasons. Also, we never compared him to Mane. At the time, when he first joined from Porto, he was a better quote-unquote left winger than Sadio Mane. So we moved Mane to the middle. I'm not expecting 25 goals, Luis Diaz. I'm not. You can ask people in the chat. You can ask people in the chat. I never said Luis Diaz should score 25 goals. I have that expectation of Nunez as an example because he's a goal scorer, because he's our striker, no problem. But don't come tell me that Luis Diaz, I expected Mane numbers from him. I'm not expecting Mane numbers from Luis Diaz, but I'm expecting better numbers than what he's delivering right now. Let's look at Luis Diaz's stats. I've had enough. Luis Diaz's stats. In the Premier League, in 27 games, he has 6 goals. 6 goals in 27 games. 6 goals in 27 games. I will take him to Spain myself. Him and Gakpo. And if you want, we can give you buy one, take one free. I can give you buy one, take one free, no problem. No problem. Barcelona, you want Diaz? I have offer for you. Give me 90 million and you can have Diaz and Gakpo together. You can have both. You can have both. Give me 90 mil. All I want, 90 mil and you can have both. I'll give you discount. I'll give you discount. Both of them you can have. You can have Habibi, ma salama, bye bye. Bye bye, you can have both. No, goodbye. You got me. You can have both, Habibi. Oh my lord. Big up to Rodney who sends in an empty super chat. I appreciate you, my brother. I want to sell both as well, both not good enough. Thank you, Andrew. That's my point. That's my point, Andrew. If you have standards, You're not sat here having a Diaz Gakpo conversations. If you have standards, you know what you'll say? You can have both. Both aren't good enough. How about we start having real conversations about Liverpool Football Club? Both players aren't good. And it's okay. Sell both, get players who are good. Sell both. Diaz, take him to Barcelona. Gakpo, send him to Nack Nijmegen, and that's it. Keep it stepping. Keep it stepping. Name one club who loved Sterling. I don't see any. I'll be honest with you. I think probably the fan base that had the best relationship with Sterling was us at the start and City at the start as well. But then when he left us, we changed our energy, and rightfully so. And the same thing with City as well. At the end, when he wanted to leave, I feel like they kind of changed their energy a little bit. Big up fraud. I'm starting to get on the Amorim train a bit. By the way, stop playing the underdog card to avoid the cooking. If you don't win it, sell Diaz. Hey Ray, just tell me one thing. Are you still in the chat? Because I don't want to waste my time. Just tell me if you're in the chat or not, Ray. Just give me yes or no regular comment if you're still in the chat, please. Please. I am so sick of this narrative. I am so sick of the narrative that people keep saying Hussam is afraid to get cooked. Do people in the chat realize who I am as a person? I'm not saying who I am as in I'm big or anything. No, I'm saying who I am as a person. On the football terrace 2 years ago, I went out and I said Liverpool are going to win the Premier League and the Champions League in the quadruple charge season because I believed in that team. You know that I shaved my hair in front of 2,000 people bald. I made a Jude Bellingham bet. There is nothing that I'm doing. I'm not playing games. Am I lagging, chat? Oh my God. Can you guys see me now? I should be all good now. I think I should be all good. Lag should have ended now. I didn't even know if you could hear my... This is all from Rere. This is all from Rere, the fraud. Anyway, slap the like buttons, guys. Slap the like button. Slap the like button for Hussam to get better internet. Let me say this one more time. On the football terrace, you can ask Captain Sal and Adam, they were watching me. 2 years ago on the quadruple charge season, and you can ask Tyler, I said Liverpool Football Club are going to win the Premier League and Liverpool Football Club are going to win the Champions League. That's not someone who is afraid of getting cooked. I just believed in that team. I'm the same guy that had to shave his entire hair in front of 2,000 people, because of a Jude Bellingham bet. Do I look like that? I'm the type that is afraid to get cooked? I just don't believe this team can win the league. So if I don't believe it, I have the right to an opinion. I hope they prove me wrong. I hope I am 100% wrong, and I hope Liverpool Football Club wins and I hope Liverpool Football Club wins the league. I just don't believe it, and it's fine. That's just my opinion. Just my opinion, brother. That's it. So me personally, I've said from the start of the season, I don't think Liverpool are going to win the league, and I hope I'm wrong. That's all. It's not avoiding a cooking. It's not a narrative. I don't give a fuck about getting cooked. Anyway, that's a lie. I said we would be shit after the 22 season. No, but I'm saying, Andrew, when I say people on YouTube, I mean like, you know, people. Yeah. I got your number, Martin. I got your number, Martin. We have to work together soon. I appreciate you, my brother. I'm saying more people like content creators, because if you don't know Andrew, get to know. That was the time when Hussam started the quote-unquote villain arc, you know, and that's when everything changed. Because I called out my club for not signing a midfielder. I was laughed at for wanting Paqueta. Now look at Paqueta. I was laughed at for wanting Matheus Nunez. 50-50 on that one. We still don't know if that's a good or a bad opinion, but he's better than Henderson last season anyway. And I believe, and it's funny how, you know, Hussam doesn't know more than Klopp, and Hussam has never been to Anfield and blah, blah, blah. And literally a year later, what happened? We bought 4 midfielders and sold 5. Guess we were right. I totally understand what you're saying about Gakpo, but I think with a little patience, he will come good. Maybe under different managers, he will sort. But here's my point, the Pearce one. Let's just establish an agreement point here, brother. The point is as follows. This is the point. If the new manager comes in and says, sell Luis Diaz, no problem. If he says, sell Cody Gakpo, yeah, no problem. Why do we sit here consistently, day in, day out, and defend mid, and defend mid, and defend mid, and defend mid? Yeah, it's not that crazy, bro. Why do you do prop for crap players? What has, and I'm saying both, what have either Diaz or Gakpo shown us in a Liverpool shirt that is so untouchable and so irreplaceable? Nothing. Both of them are under the same thing. Both of them are under the same thing. Same thing. Both of them. They haven't done anything for Liverpool Football Club. They haven't. For me, listen, I have high standards, bro. Sell both. Sell both. Hussam, who do you prefer, Gakpo or Diaz? Neither. Shoot me. And sell both. Sell both. I actually think the only way Gakpo could work at Liverpool Football Club or in the Premier League in general is as a midfielder. He does not work as a forward at all. His best asset is his ball striking, which just means shooting. Fancy term for no reason. So his good thing is shooting, and he's press resistant. He is not a forward. He is not a Liverpool forward under no circumstances. Big up to you, though. Replace both with Kvaradona and Robbo with Ait Nouri. See, this is smart thinking. This is smart thinking, Captain Sal. This is smart thinking. Smart thinking. I think, personally, if you sell, you know, with already we have a budget, obviously. You sell both. You sell Robertson. I think Ait Nouri is incredible. I think he's a great left back. Or you could get Frimpong, playing him left wing back as well, dependent on who the manager is. I'd be getting another midfielder. I'd be getting 2 forwards. Actually, low-key forward becomes a priority line then. You know, Kvaradona, whoever it is. Like, I'll be honest with you, I think Liverpool thrive more, but it also depends who we get as a manager. But we would still probably need more a winger who could score goals than anything else type stuff, you know? So, like, it depends who goes to Real Madrid, you know, stuff like that. It depends. But by the way, I have no problem if we sign Kvaradona. Let me check how old is Kvaradona. He's 23. Yeah, he'd be great. The only problem is, I'll tell you right now, Captain Sal, and because you've been watching my channel for a while, you know this. Many executives in world football do not like to deal with Napoli. Them and Lyon are the 2 biggest headaches to deal with. That's the problem. We employ Luis Diaz. Ryan, please remember, we got the vids. Talking about the 16-10. Oh my God. And let me just say this. These 2 ladies are looking 16 out of 10 today. And then the cricket. Then the cricket voice. Ray, You know, when you want to compliment a woman, you need to be able to compliment a woman properly. Don't be saying no nerdy tech bro type compliments. Oh my god, these ladies are looking 16 out of 10 today. Who has ever said that? Like, are you a programmer or some shit? Like, are you a nerd? Who says, oh, and by the way, these ladies are looking 16 out of 10 today? That's not how it goes. You have to do two approaches. Either be good with your words, which you're clearly not, or just poker face, no reaction. That's it. Because the less you give a woman attention, sometimes the more she desires you. It's the reality, Ray. You know? You could have just said something like, oh, Elena, by the way, I think you look beautiful today. Khalas. Elena, you look incredible today. Elena, you look amazing today. Elena, you look gorgeous. Done. Don't come tell her. By the way, both of these ladies are looking 16 out of 10 today. Who says that? You nerd. Big up to Kenneth, who says your next 10 games are winnable. I don't understand why you think you won't win the league. Brother Kenneth. Kenneth, I don't know if you want me to open up this can of worms right now. I don't know if you want me to open up this can of worms, I'll be honest with you. I don't know if you want me to open up this can of worms right now. I just listen. You know what it is? It's probably better that I say this on my 11 p.m. show, because this one was just a Diaz / mid players rant type stuff. So, you know, later on tonight at 11, inshallah, I'm gonna preview the Brighton game, and I'm gonna mention this why I don't think we're gonna win the league. I'll unpack it all. You get me? So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Compost Spurs. No one says that to women. Have you ever seen a successful man ever go like, you're a 16 out of 10 today? No one says that. As a matter of fact, if you want to impress a woman with your compliment, you should actually call her an 8 or a 9. Never give her full mark. Never ever give her full mark, because then she will friend zone you. Now, back to all this. You know what it is? Every game by definition is winnable. My only problem is people keep playing this league title on paper. I'm not playing this league title on paper. I'm playing this league title on nuances, on momentum, on all of that stuff. That's the reality. That's the reality. I'll be honest with you. Like, listen, it's better that I discuss this later on, Kenneth. I promise you. 11 p.m. UK time, come back, and me and you are gonna have that conversation in the Brighton preview. But for me, you know, Luis Diaz, you get me? It's time to go. Cody Gakpo, you can follow suit. Liverpool 2.0, I hope, with Michael Edwards, and I hope with the new manager, is a lot more ruthless. And I hope is a lot more, cutthroat than the kind of the administration and the thought process we had under Klopp, which is way too loyal, which ended up biting us in the ass at the end, let's be honest. So for me personally, just being completely honest and objective right now, I want Liverpool Football Club to win. I want Liverpool Football Club to be successful. And whichever way we can be successful is the way that I want. Selection is back with a super chat. Big up to you, Selection. You're not hating anymore. You're actually super chatting the channel. Neither of their managers are linked with their wingers, by the way. Neither of their managers we are linked with play with their wingers. Yeah. Wing backs more so. If that's the case, what happens to Salah? I'd sell him, to be honest. I wouldn't sell Salah. I wouldn't sell Allison. I wouldn't sell Trent. And I would not sell, what's it called? And I would not sell Virgil van Dijk. Those are the four I would keep. And the fifth that I have now added to the list as of recently is McAllister, because he has deserved to be added to this list based on performances. And I see his trajectory on a world-class trajectory. And always remember, Selection, I've seen Patrick Schick, I think, play as striker for Leverkusen. Salah could be the Wirtz in the system. Think about this logically. He could be the guy behind the striker alongside the striker. So basically, you would be making Salah make final third decisions. Pass, assist, shoot, score, like this. That's it. So like, I think it would be different. But these are the 5 players I think are just unsavable. Sorry, Unsellable. Is unsellable a word? Yes, unsellable is a word. Not able to be sold. Yes, unsellable. Those five are the ones that I just don't like. So yeah, those five are the ones that I do not like to even entertain selling. The rest, we can get rid of. By the way, it finally means Adrian leaves Liverpool Football Club. Alhamdulillah. Anyway, big up to all of you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us on yet another stream. Iftar is literally in 2 minutes. Big up to Kenneth, to Selection, to Sal, Ray, Andrew, Rodney, Herb Smart. Big up to you. Herbsman, sorry. Love to you, brother. Big up to Ed. Big up to Temple Lion and Aboud for the super chats. I'm going to be back at 11 p.m. UK time, inshallah, to preview the Brighton game. Al Ahwa is Friday, 9 p.m. tomorrow. So stick around. We have a full crew on Al Ahwa as well. Love you all. See you guys back for the Brighton preview. And yeah, I'm going to go have my iftar now. Love.